Yeah. Why doesn't he make his bed ever? Because it was required at homeless shelters that I was in. I don't know. I just, whatever. Hey guys, yeah, thanks for watching these and sharing them with everybody, because the faster that this gets around the world, the faster we can like actually have world peace. So yeah, I think I mentioned, no, I didn't post it. So the plot is the same. It's Groundhog's Day, the worst day ever, in one version or another. And when I was making decaf earlier, cheers, 6:30ish here, p.m. So, Sherry, after, I had another trauma episode last night, I was just sitting, vegging in front of the TV as ever. Like, she makes zero effort in any positive direction for herself or others, and she does not take responsibility for herself or any damage that her choices cause. It's called the sin of omission. You just choose not to do something when it is the right thing to do, when you know better. Knowing better and choosing to do not is very costly. However, it doesn't matter, what things are named. It's just, it just is what it is. But I was just standing there, looking out the window and half listening to the Rex Salty bullshit going on the TV. It's like, again, how do you know you're on the wrong side of history? Well, look at what is considered common and normal and what you're supposed to believe and think. Is it like accurate? How did people who weren't convinced they were valuable at all, like 500 or 600 years ago, how did they deal with what would be known back then as depression? Because mental illness is not a thing. You'd need to learn how to be mentally healthy and just have that diet and exercise routine and like don't pollute. It's the same thing. Bodies are, the main organs or whatever that we're used to, but it's mental and emotional are the same thing. It's the process is what it is. So if you want a healthy body, sleep, diet, exercise, and safety. It is what it is. It's the same thing with mental and emotional. It's just more amorphous. It just, what are you putting in your gardens, right? How are you watering them? Are you paying attention to yourself and what life actually requires? Like things that naturally feel good, that naturally pique your interest. Yeah, follow those. Duh. They feel good for a reason. So, I'll talk way more about that. I just need to get this one last piece of ex-family drama. And then we're good. Like I'm willing to coexist as a stranger. Thank you for let me be a guest, and that's it. That's where I'm at. Like that was the last chance, and she blew it. So she asked, the Rex Ulti thing. It's like may cause, the 3/4 of the entire friggin' commercial is the side effects. It's like, okay, so it might put a band-aid on your lack of willingness to like appreciate yourself and value in life and stuff like that, because you don't know how, maybe, but like still it practice diet and exercise, seriously. But I'll talk more about it. Don't worry. I love mental health and I love teaching it, and it's extraordinary. Like I had another trauma episode last night, but I laugh. Okay. So anyway, it was like listening to things and it's like, yeah, this is not normal. We can't have this as normal. It's way too expensive. And it gets worse because it's like, oh, well, that's where the money is. Yeah, okay, well, you have your God. Money doesn't actually exist, y'all. It's an arcade high score now. It's not even backed by anything, right? Used to be backed by gold, but now it's literally just imaginary. Do you know that? Let's see. Is money backed by gold? Let's just bing this real quick. No! Right away. No, modern money is not backed by gold. Currently, most currencies, including US, are considered fiat money, meaning they are not backed by a physical commodity. Instead, their value is derived from trust in the government and economic stability. You're what? It is literally a number on a glowing rectangle, and you're just giving tacit approval to people who do not have your best interest in it. Good fucking luck. So that's normal. Do you want to like pause, take a look at that shit, take a look at the prophecy, and then come back and look and be like, yeah, which sounds better? If this works simply because we connect 3 people, should we maybe give it a try? Is it maybe better than this? Yeah, easy. Wow, black and white, huh? Okay, well, okay. So anyway, standing there, making my decaf, and she eventually says, "Are you ready to let me back in your life at all in any way?" I was feeling generous, and I was like, "Are you ready to take responsibility for the damage you've caused and do something about it and fix it?" Because I laid it out. It's right here. I'm going to read it. The answer was no, basically, because she doesn't think that's true when I said that she doesn't make any effort. She does not make enough effort at all. Like, buying like food and stuff, like food and shelter. No, I deserve more than life support. I deserve way more than life support. This is life support. I'm in a bed in shelter getting fed and like thirst quenched. That's it. I have some stuff to enrich my life, I guess, but I'm suddenly Irish. And that matters. That does matter. Thank you for letting me be a guest here. But the best your choices led to is we coexist and we're getting divorced. So here is what I wrote after the trauma episode and, yesterday or whatever, when it's all soup. But this was how to make amends. And frankly, I don't need to. And I'm revoking it now. I don't care. She can do the right thing and hope for the best if she feels like, and she's never going to. So this was after, she says, I want to be remembered. I asked her point blank, like, how do you want to be remembered? Faithful. Okay, well, faithful, that works, so good luck with that. And then I didn't say that, but obviously. And then more specifically, how do you want me to remember you? As a loving mother. Okay, good luck with that. I did respond right then and there. This was the night before last. And I said, that is going to require work. And it's this. Now, keep in mind, for context, this gaslighting, this total negation, this horrible psychological abuse that's been going on since 2019, and it has been that long. I could go back further. I don't keep track. I don't have a grudge. The thing is, it never stops and it never, ever changes or improves. It's the same stupid behaviors and same stupid behavior patterns. If you say sorry, but you keep doing this shit that hurts, you're not sorry at all. You're an immature, little, weak coward. Okay? You need to pull your pants up and be responsible for what you were actually responsible for. I lost everything except for my Ibanez S8, a few of my jerseys, one pair of jeans, the books that I didn't take, obviously, 2 mics. Like, that's it. No basses, no acoustics, nothing. It's my one 8-string guitar. That's what I deserve after everything that I've done for everybody. Okay, so this is it. This is what I wrote when I was feeling merciful. It's like, okay, well, people have memory is a good thing, and I believe that people ought to have a say in how they are remembered. Last night, Sherry said, faithful and loving mother. Okay. I can make that possible, and this morning she did apologize. This was yesterday, 2/16, right? She did apologize, and it seemed sincere. The thing is, the level, duration, and intensity of suffering I have faced, I was suicidal the whole time. All it took was just somebody to listen and understand me and try something my way. Help me out. Support me in life. I need support in life. I don't need life support. It's that simple. Like scars, right? Tattoo, scars, if you can kind of see. Yeah, all of it was preventable, and it was on her watch. She could have stepped in and been a mother. She chose not to, every single time. All it took was listening, understanding, and trying better, trying different. So that's it. That's all it would take. All it would have taken. The level, duration, and intensity of suffering I have faced is impossible. I have been here 2 nights. Back here 2 nights. Both short. I can't feel safe, and I'm trying to adjust, and I can't stop moving. Even though I am literally sick, exhausted, spent, broken, and unsafe, adjusting is really hard. So where I came from was Topanga Canyon, where I was soaked through on Tuesday night last week, and I struggled so hard to get warm. I cried past the point of tears. I was shaking so bad. I should have died so many times in so many ways. The amount of suffering is unbelievable. So adjusting from that to I'm stable, that's going to be a minute. I'm grateful for that. I really am. Thank you for letting me be a guest. Adjusting is really hard. Okay, so repentance is a process, but it doesn't need to be painful. She makes everything a pain in the ass. She's the most insufferable person. I can't have a conversation with her, and I won't ever again. So it starts like it did this morning. From there, it is one thing at a time until trust is earned. It doesn't need to be long, arduous, or even involve remorse. It really doesn't. It's just be mature and do the things that are necessary. It just needs to be true and consistent. That is it. That's it. So what were my asks? Okay. Instead of like replacing all of the instruments and replacing all of the jerseys and clothes, like total restoration, no. Just like, I found a cello on KSL Classifieds for $500. That's a very good deal. You know, throw some new strings on there and you've got a really good thing. So that plus a phone. I said iPhone. You can find one, right? It doesn't need to be a new one. The Xbox my former brother stole. And they were on the phone earlier. She could have said, hi, yeah, you took Atlys's Xbox. Just mail it back. It was a dick move. Just give it back. Clothes. A legal name change. We have lawyers in the family, and I already paid for one and went through the process and got shot down. The only difference is there's a YS and a different last name, and that's it. But I've already paid for it. I've already gone through the process. Just like, reopen it and finalize it. I am not my old name. So a 6-string bass and connecting me to, this would have been a letter to Lindsay and Maynard. That's it. That's the most important thing. Like, get me where I actually belong and we're good. So, connecting me to Lindsay Sterling and Maynard Keenan. That's it. It doesn't have to be all at once, as long as we are going in that direction at a reasonable pace. And I said like days or up to a week. Like, how many things did I ask for? We could get a cello one day and an iPhone and the same day. That's easy. That's one trip. Xbox, literally, you were on the phone with the person that stole it. Just tell him to give it back, but you didn't. Clothes, that's Amazon. We could do all of this in a day. Name change, maybe not. 6-string bass is optional, I guess. I'd be fine with just the 8-string guitar and a cello. Like, I am so chill. I am so merciful. This is so merciful compared to what I could ask for. And the reality is, the way I have been treated for years leads to murder-suicide. You get anybody else in here, it is murder-suicide and their house burning down. She has no idea how lucky they are, and they take me for granted 100% of the way. Treat me like absolute trash. So, mentally and emotionally, at least. If it's important to me, it is absolutely sabotaged. No matter what. Like, again, like when it comes to like food and shelter and stuff, that's fine. But when it comes to things that are actually important, they are like literal Satan. There is absolutely no chance. We can't have an important conversation because they are too damn immature and full of themselves. They embody the 7 deadly sins. It's like it is what it is, and I'm not going to deal with it anymore. Thank you for letting me be a guest here. We can coexist, and that is literally it. As long as we are going in that direction, then I'm good with that. I need back and forward. I need some of the stuff that I lost back, and I need to be able to go forward. I need the right to move on. I could easily ask for more and may, but that's bare minimum. People deserve to be remembered how they want to be, but they have to put in the effort and make it real. Period. I'm not going to budge because the process is what it is. You chose to destroy trust and like shit on every beautiful aspect of my life. If I share anything that's important to me, spirituality, music, anything, I get met with the stupidest and strangest and most hurtful adversity that I cannot put up with it anymore. I can't. I absolutely cannot. So, it is what it is. Choices have consequences, and when you really do, and I said as I was going up, exiting the kitchen with my mug, it's like, you do not make any/enough effort. And she said, I don't think that's true. Yeah, well, truth doesn't give a shit about your opinion, and neither do I. You are delusional. And I said as much as I went upstairs. Like, enjoy your delusions. Like, real life is over here, and you guys are totally lost in the sauce. So, anyways, that's the update. And from here on out, I teased the mental health. I'll get right on that.